Who was I having sex with? There's just like a watermelon on you. You're like, no!
Hello, welcome to the Cosy Couch episode 22. My name's Nick.
I'm Richard.
This time I remember to introduce us.
Yep.
I have forgot like the last 3 shows or something.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even noticed.
Exactly.
So that is probably bad on my part as well.
It's bad in both ways.
Yep.
So this is the Cosy Couch. It is an entertainment podcast where we discuss all the latest movies and games and TV show news. And then whatever else.
Yeah.
You kind of like talk about basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you enjoy that, then please subscribe. Please watch our other shows. We do one called the Chronic Couch where
Speaks for itself.
treat yourself, aye.
Yeah.
It's a good one this time. We play Would You Rather, and there's a really funny one. There's like a few really funny ones.
Yeah, I think the next one we have planned is really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that's
that can
really
be
good. But I don't know when that'll be up. It just depends when we do it.
Yeah. Maybe this week sometime actually.
Yeah, that is true actually.
Cool, sorry. I'm going to ask this because I ask it every week. Even though I already know the answer, you know the answer as well. But what have you been up to this week?
Well, I think it's very honest. We've obviously been playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
We are going to talk. We're going to have a massive discussion about it. Well, not massive. We're going to have a big discussion about it after the news and things like that. So if you don't want to know anything about it, don't worry. We're not. I don't think you really can spoil it. To be
but
fair.
some people want to go in totally blind.
Yeah. But we will get into it later on. So if you want to know what we think about it and things like that, obviously stick around. If you don't want to know anything, we'll tell you when we're to cut it off.
Yeah.
Other than that, playing Unfinished Swan on my Vita. 1 trophy left to get.
Is it the?
Yep.
I'm
I'm almost there. I'm halfway there. I've only fired 2 paintballs.
You're halfway there. You need to fire all 3 of them inside the place, I'm sure.
Well, I'm like I'm out the room, across the bridge, out through the gardens and stuff
Okay,
like that.
that's good then.
Yeah, so I've done well. So yeah, I'm doing that. What else have I done? I've bought a few games actually. I bought Uncharted Golden Abyss for my Vita, and then today I bought Abzu, Adrift, and Flower.
Oh, nice.
Flower Cross-Buy because I wanted it on my PS4 and Vita. Right now it's just No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
All No Man's Sky.
Yep.
So yeah.
Me, not a lot. Just I was in England for 2 days with work.
Mm-hmm.
It was pointless me going because I'm leaving next week. But I went for the piss up, which was good fun.
That's okay.
So I've not had a lot of time gaming, but anytime I have, it's just literally been No Man's Sky. But we'll get more detail.
Yes. Okay, well, we'll get cracking with the news. Slow news week, not a lot happened. Like, it's really, really fucking quiet, actually. Couple of trailers come out. So we had the trailers for Luke Cage, Titanfall 2, Resident Evil, the final chapter, and then Star Wars Rogue One. So, we'll start with Luke Cage. Just watch the trailer there.
Yep.
What do you think?
Really good.
Yeah, looks really good. He was a character I was like, how is he going to work? Because he's like indestructible. So, it's kind of boring, but they've made it look quite fun. Like he's quite a reluctant hero. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But no, it looks really, really
They'll
good.
probably do that thing where it'll be just kicking ass episode after episode, and eventually it'll come to that guy he can't defeat, and he's like, what the fuck? And this will be the one person that can inflict damage on him and stuff like that.
I mean, there is ways to get him out, because in Jessica Jones, like, he's on the verge of death at one point because he gets hit so hard in the head.
Oh, right.
His skin's unbreakable. I think his bones are to a degree as well, but his organs are vulnerable, so if you hit him with enough shock, it can take him down. Titanfall 2, we got a gameplay trailer for the single player.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than... oh, that's right, there was no single player in Titanfall.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks really good.
Yeah, dialogue choices, so that it seems like the relationship between you and the Titan is much better, because there is what seems like an AI.
Instead of just being like a disposable number.
Now it's like your Titan is your friend, like you want them to
I
stick
think they do
around.
interesting stuff where like if your Titan's damaged, you can't use it multiple until you repair it and stuff.
I don't think they would do anything like that.
I think they might. Maybe that's like part of the upgrade system. You earn money and you could use that to buy upgrades or spend it to repair a Titan. That'd be a good feature.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it'd make you use it only when you need to instead of just spamming it every time it's available.
Yeah, but I think that was the fun of Titanfall one, is like you got the Titan, you try and land it on people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see them doing that though. That'd make it more
Yeah,
interesting.
they
more
could
fun.
do quite a lot of things. We'll go Rogue One, seeing as they're on a roll with good stuff.
Yeah.
New Rogue One trailer.
Yeah, looks really good.
I think it looks incredible.
I like the wee teaser at the end.
Yes, so did I, because I was like, well, we kind of knew he was going to be in it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to see too much of Vader.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, just the back of his head. I was like, yes, he's in this film again.
It gives away pretty much no story.
Yeah, that's why I texted you and said, no, just
really
watch it, because it's like...
It's not even action giving away anything or like, oh, it's ruined it for me. It's like just, it's a lot of kind of hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that.
Yeah, it basically just kind of shows off like who the squad's going to be, and even then you're like, I don't know anything about these people. And then last one, Resident Evil, the final chapter.
Like, if you've not seen it, right, the best way to describe it is like, imagine every part from like every best part from all the Resident Evil films.
Yeah, as a montage.
Yeah.
With Paradise City playing over it, and that's the trailer.
Yep, that's literally it.
Back to Raccoon City, like really we're going back to Raccoon City.
That was the first one, right?
The Hive of all things. Like,
yep. I seen dogs.
Yep, dogs in it. Red Queen's in it.
Yep.
Who's been in it again because they used her in the last film.
Mm-hmm.
They did the laser grid thing in the last film as well.
They're a licker / shredder, whatever we call them.
Yeah.
There's another thing. Certain bad guy returns.
Yeah,
with glasses. I'm sure you know who it is.
Well, Jorah Mormont as well. He was the bad guy in one of the films.
Oh, is he? So he's back as well.
Yeah, just they're literally just bringing any fucker.
Here's
back.
my prediction, right?
Right.
For the next trailer, it'll be right. It'll have maybe. I don't know. That one was kind of telling the story. This one may go a little bit more in depth, right? And at the very end, there'll be teaser. Will be the nemesis. And it'll just bring everything back.
I am not, like, I would not be surprised. I've been waiting on Nemesis coming back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't hate that, but it's in a film like this where they're just bringing lots of stuff back.
Yeah, I think it'd be good because Nemesis, like, couldn't really be killed. And at the end of the second movie, he actually becomes a good guy.
Aye.
So it would be cool if they brought him back.
Because he's still got a guy inside him.
Yeah, do you know what the funny thing will be? If he's in this movie, he'll come back into it at the very end.
Yeah.
And he'll save the day. And
he wouldn't go with them or like talk to him, he'll just grunt and walk away.
And there'll be like some cure
distance.
and they'll get that guy back and you're like,
I don't think that. I'd like he'll grunt, walk away distance and she'll look on like pure. You're like, who the fuck was that? And she'll be like,
that was Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't show me. It just it's not looking good. I don't know. We weren't expecting much.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I don't even know if I've seen the last one. The last one I'm sure I remember. They're in like. Oh, it's so boring. They were in a building for a long time. I'm sure one of them was a sniper. Alice was in a helicopter. And then that thing in her chest at the end. I'm sure that's the last one I seen.
That was Jill Valentine.
Jill, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there was another one, and it's dreadful.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's absolutely dreadful. It's like they go to a place in Antarctica, I want to say, and it's like a big domes, and it's replica cities. So like the very beginning of the film, no, it's like Dawn of the Dead style, like the beginning of Dawn of the Dead. It does that, and then it's like Tokyo and all these different places, and it's like replicating what would happen if the virus did happen and stuff like that. It is so shit.
That wasn't one with the hundreds of Alice's, was it?
No.
Okay.
They bring Leon Kennedy into it as well, and you're like, really? This guy hasn't been in the films at all. Ada Wong as well. Just, it's really bad.
Just give up.
I know. Really, they should have given up after that last one. Speaking of the dead, in celebration of Dead Rising's 10th anniversary, Capcom is re-releasing Dead Rising 2 and Dead Rising 2 off the record on the PS4 and Xbox One. We did speak about this before because it was like a rumour.
Yeah.
It's official now. It's coming on September the 13th.
Okay, good.
To buy the games individually, you're looking at £16. Not bad.
Considering no one you really want to get is the first one.
Yeah, that's true. And to buy all three of those together, it's 40.
Wait, what was the other one? Dead Rising 2 and...
Dead Rising 2 off the record, which was like it was like a spin-off game, but you played as Frank West again. It was like a kind of standalone DLC thing. I wouldn't pay £16 for that, but seemingly it's better than Dead Rising 2.
Oh,
which is, you
Dead
know,
Rising 2 wasn't fun. They tried to make it more serious, didn't they?
no, Dead Rising 2 like actually they tried to do a lot more craziness, but you were just like, yeah, the character was just shit.
No.
It was really, I was kind of a pointless guy. Next story we've got Sony. We spoke about this last week about how the Neo event was maybe happening in September.
Mm-hmm.
They've sent out invites. It's definitely happening. It just says September. I want to say it's the 7th. I can't quite remember what date it is. But yeah, there you go.
Oh well.
So we're getting news about the Neo. We'll finally find out what the fuck it actually is.
Kind of excited to find out because the specs can nowhere near be as good as the
Scorpio.
So
I know. And yeah, I want to see.
If they are, I will be stunned and amazing. That means they went back to the drawing board and it's coming out later.
Yeah, but I
just keep saying it's coming out this year. Well, that's all the rumours are saying anyway. So
I know. I just think it's like what the Xbox One Slim is.
Yeah.
Like it has 4K capability and HDR. Like I don't see it being a powerhouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'll maybe help with VR and load times, and it'll make things 20% faster or whatever. I don't think it's going to be like the best thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll need to wait and see. Not long to wait.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks. Then we've got news here. Xbox. They have acquired a live streaming service called Beam. They've acquired them. The sum of money they paid for them is unknown. But what Beam offers is like extra features to viewers when when you're streaming. So you've got like you can set challenges for the streamer. You can view multiple player perspectives across a party, and like you can and it boasts that it's got sub-second delay streaming. So like there is quite a delay on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
This Beam is apparently quite quick. So they've bought them, and the guys in that company are now just been integrated into Xbox Live's team. And after the announcement at E3, this does make sense about how they're doing like all the social stuff like leagues and finding parties and stuff like that. It seems like the reason they've acquired them is I think I've actually got a quote here. It was Xbox Live Partner Group Program Manager Chad Gibson. He was quoted saying that it supports our ongoing commitment to make Xbox Live more social and fun.
Oh, that's good then.
So yeah, I don't know what they'll do.
I quite like Beam, to be honest, because Twitch isn't that great. The more you use it, it's more annoying than anything else.
Yeah, I must admit, Twitch
and there's a lot of boundaries in the console. Like you can't, or maybe if you can, right, I'm not figured out right, but there doesn't seem to be any way to record your voice. See, using a screen capture kit, like to record your voice as well into Twitch. Like if you're speaking in Twitch, or you're talking to people. Yeah. If you use a screen capture kit, it doesn't work.
Alright.
Which is really weird, so I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I've tried multiple different ways.
Yeah. That does seem strange. Actually, it's not something I've ever tried. So
this might help with that or do that.
Yeah. You never know. I think it'll be a while before we ever see any kind of outcome as to what this means, but. At least it seems like they're really trying to change the way things are. Yeah. Get back on top. And straight into the next story, #1 selling console for the month of July.
Oh, PS4.
Xbox.
Oh, what?
Yeah, honestly. The last time that they made it onto top was October in 2015. That was when Halo 5 came out.
Yeah.
So sales obviously went through the roof. But I think the fact that Xbox One S came out obviously bumped sales up as well.
Yeah, I mean, I read it the other day and just wasn't surprised at all.
Yeah, neither man.
It's like pure, I'm good on them.
Yeah, Xbox are really bringing it back, and at this point, like, who's left in the world to buy a PS4?
Nice.
Like, everyone.
It's like pure. Oh well, they get an Xbox.
Yeah, everyone seems to have one, and I mean, I'm at the point now where I've just bought the other console, so I think lots of people out in the world are probably at that stage now where they're like, cool, I've had loads of time on PS4. I'm going to buy Xbox and see what's on it now. Especially the fact it's so cheap. And I highly recommend getting it. I prefer my Xbox over my PlayStation. Well, actually, I'd say I quite like them both equally.
Mm-hmm.
Different things do different better. I think Xbox has a better layout. The store's much better. PlayStation Store drives me fucking crazy.
I like the store only when I'm not searching for something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
'Cause I go to PlayStation Plus, go into discounts, and maybe check featured. But when I have to search for something, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
it becomes a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, cause I went to find a couple of games today. I said to Amanda, my girlfriend, I was like, this is actually such a pain in the arse. I was like, on Xbox it's like that. You found exactly what you're looking for. Typed in flower, and like loads of games that didn't even have the word flower in them come up, and then eventually when you get to it, there's like 7 different options, and
Yeah.
you're like, why not just have flower?
And clicking just one doesn't take you into all of them. Like
and
it
then,
takes you just to that one. If you go back to the search menu.
and even then there's one that's like the cross-buy flower, and then there's the other one that's you get it on PS now, and I'm like, why would you even have that as an option?
No.
Like, it's so really poorly laid out. And then, like, no joke, this is the last story. That's how shit the news has been this week. Square Enix is apparently speaking to like senior corporate members of GameStop to tell them that Final Fantasy, or the release date for Final Fantasy 15 is being changed to November the 29th.
Oh.
So this is like a literal total last minute delay.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm like, this game's been in development for like 10 years. I don't really care about 2 months.
No.
I'll be surprised if this game actually ever comes out. And it doesn't give me any hope for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, that probably never getting that game either. That'll be on the PS5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that was literally everything for the news.
Oh well. Not very dense or heavy.
No, not at all. The other thing I would actually meant to point out is we made a joke on the podcast last week about as when we were talking about VR and doing the farming thing, and if you could smell stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
South Park released a trailer for it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a VR smell thing, and it's so you can smell the farts of your character. And that way I read that and I burst out laughing. I was pure, no way we actually just said that in last week's podcast. Could not have predicted that better. So yeah, that's all the news.
Yep, cool. Right, so move on to the question. The question for this week was pigging back off the week before, which was what game would you love to see in VR, and if you could make one, what would it be?
Yeah.
So then we decided, okay, what would be the worst games you could have for VR? Now, see when you really think about this, there's some answers in there that would surprise you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm going to start this one, right? The GTA would be a really bad one for VR. And here's why, right? Because you ever think, oh, it'd be amazing because you could drive, fly, skydive, you know, and like shoot people, whatever, right? But that'd have a serious mental effect on you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine killing people in VR, right? And you know, you may get a wee shot and go, oh, sorry, I'm just playing, and take it off. Then in bed, your brain's like, we killed someone. You're like, no, we didn't.
I don't even think that. I just think like I worry about driving games, and I would worry particularly about GTA, because if you crash hard enough, you can go through the windscreen.
Yeah.
I imagine how fucking strange that'd be to be sitting on your couch with your headset on, you're just like, yeah, and you would want to, like, you'd feel the need to fly out the chair. I think that'd make you feel sick.
Say you get right into it, you've been playing it for hours and you're just lost in this world. Imagine you get shot out of the sky and you're falling. If you see me fall off a plane, right, they say you die of a heart attack before you hit the ground. So if you're in VR and you're falling, you'd be like, oh!
Yeah, my life's arm, help!
And then it'll be all over the news, pure man dies playing VR. And
Oh yeah, that'd be fucking let's slate it. The game, I kind of had to think about this.
I've got a few, by the way. That was just.
Alright, well, we'll just name a few kind of bad ones. I really don't want to see. Try to think the best kind of way to describe it. Games that involve like rapid, fast movement. I'm like, that'll clearly make you feel sick. Or any like. The one that really came into my head first and foremost was actually Dead Space. And that's not to do with the rapid fast movement. This is just the first one I was like, I don't know if I'd want to see that. I feel that would. There's certain horror games that I'm like, we should maybe not do
That'd be so fucked.
the VR road,
Yeah.
because Dead Space is terrifying on its own. Another, the other one that's, I think it is in VR. It probably will come to PSVR at some point. Adrift. I've bought it. I've not played it yet, but that's like you're floating about space. And you're trying to find out what happened to this crashed ship. But apparently, like you've got an oxygen meter, and you like it's to do with you suffocating and stuff. I think that'd be horrible playing again. Like to actually get so sucked in, you're like, oh my god, I'm running out of air. Like I think that'd be so weird.
Imagine like marathon runner in VR.
Oh my.
So just be like, just spent someone running. It's like 3 hours. Just. You're just sitting wearing that, like holding a button, pure. Fuck's sake, man.
I know. I don't want to see. I really don't want to see like shit games on VR. Like, I want it to be things where people go, right, how can we make a VR experience to do this that's like not just a shitey tack on thing.
I hope it's not like Wii made into VR, because the Wii had just lots of games where like, see like a mini game and like, oh, you're cooking if you shake a controller and your gran goes, oh, that's amazing, how to know. Like, I hope that's not what they make VR into, where like just stupid stuff like that.
That's my problem, because with the Wii it came out and like everyone was like, fuck me, this thing's amazing, and they found that people were only really doing like Wii Sports and stuff like that. So that's how all these things kicked off, where every company was like, just make shitty mini game stuff, because that's all people want. And people get so bored so quick. With VR, I'm like, what are they going to do? They really need to, there'll be no games at first. Like, no, I don't think there'll be any games at all. Because the only game that seems to be like a fully fledged game that you would pick up VR for is Resident Evil 7. I have yet to hear a good word about that in VR. Loads of people say it makes you feel really sick. It feels tacked on. And every developer has said that if you like don't build the game like for VR ground up, it doesn't work. So Resident Evil 7's making people like, oh, don't release it if it's going to be shit. Like, I don't want shit games coming to VR.
I just got your airdrop.
Did you? I think it's fucking taking its time. Sorry,
Yeah. But a lot of other ones would be like, I thought golf, that'd be bad. Because if you go to play golf, right, it's not just that you're playing golf, it's the fresh open air, it's the weather, will it be good or bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's the walking and the actual striking the ball
I
and
feel
taking it all in.
golf might be alright.
But they wouldn't be able to track your motion well and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot would just be you like hitting it and then going, cool, and then you stand here and wait for a guy walking.
Yeah, I know, it'd be.
Because you'd think that'd be so good, but if you're not out there in the course, if you're a golfer, you know what I mean, man, you need to be out there.
That's true, you've done golf for like 2 months now, you're a golfer.
Aye, of course, loving it.
I don't really have one. It's weird, it's hard to think of a game I wouldn't want to see in.
But any sports game actually probably.
Yeah, I think any sports game that involves you running about physically would be a nightmare. The one thing that I've heard on the subject of VR that I'm like, well, that sounds interesting, is Doom. What they've done, like obviously if you just play a first person shooter and you're running about with a headset on, it can make you feel very sick and like disorientated. The way they've got around it is that with the two wands, like the one in say your right hand is your gun and you can like shoot and stuff like that, but the other one, it's like a laser pointer on the like in the area that you're in, and you click and it'll teleport you there. So you're like teleporting about. I was like, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, that would be like a really good way of getting about it.
The reason it happens is because, you know, if you're running in VR, right, your brain sees that and thinks it's happening because it's taking up all your vision. You're engulfed in it, so it thinks that's what you're doing, but your body's not doing it. So it gets confused, like.
And it can make you feel very sad.
What? Imagine there's long-term effects to this though. We don't even say in like 20 years' time, because I'm using VR for so long, it just.
Oh, it could, but I don't care.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm like, if I can make it through life, get married, have a couple of kids, and I've played games that whole time, cool.
Yeah.
The long
Take
time.
it off, you're like, oh my god,
The-
I don't have a family.
Oh no! Who was I having sex with? There's just like a watermelon on you. You're like, no! Oh jeez. So yeah, that's everything. So we're just got on a No Man's Sky chat.
Yeah, so if you don't want to, like hear us talk about No Man's Sky, like if you want to wait and surprise yourself with it, that's fine. Just turn off now and follow us all the usual places. I've already put it on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about No Man's Sky.
Cool. Initial impressions.
Really good.
Yes.
Really enjoying it so far. I'm not going to give any sort of final verdicts. It's still too early to tell. The game does have some issues, but they're not major. I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to describe that game. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, it's not out of this world. Like.
It might. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the thing.
It might become that, but right now.
Oh yeah. As it stands right now, it's very basic, and what I mean by that is, it's like Minecraft in the sense of it's good if you have a goal, but when you first start the game, like Minecraft, you don't have a fucking clue what to do. It's amazing how similar it is.
Yeah.
You start and you're like, okay, I don't know what to do. The game gives you wee pointers like about fixing your ship and building a warp drive. Other than that, it tells you nothing. Doesn't teach you about trading. Doesn't teach you anything.
Yeah.
So it takes time for you to learn these things, but when you do, the game seems to get better. I mean, because I found I have a bit of an issue with how the frequency of how different species spawn on a planet. I find you can find loads of them straight away, and then there'll be one or two you just cannot find for hours. And if it wouldn't bother me so much if there wasn't a trophy tied to that, like scanning full planets. But the thing straight away that struck me is the scale. Like, when you're on a planet, which there is 18 quintillion of, that planet is the size of a planet.
Yeah.
Like, it would actually take you, what, years
Yeah.
to just walk around that planet. Yeah. Then some planets have moons. Like, they are proper solar systems. That's what's so staggering. Like, if you fly, the game tells you if you're in your ship, it gives you a. Actually, just even when you on your heads-up display, if you see an icon somewhere in the distance, it has like the time it would take to get there.
Yeah.
Walking or at that pace, I love that. I think that's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
And in space, it's so strange because sometimes it says it's an indefinite amount of time to get to a planet. Other times it will say like a week.
Yeah.
And that's like that's you flying at your slow speed, and it will tell you that it would actually take a week in real time to get to that planet. But then you can hit your boost and it's like a minute 30 or something like that, and you're like, that is crazy. Warping
takes a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, I
think
was
that's something to do with loading in this universe, so that's the way around our loading screen, I'd say.
Yeah, I think the warping took a lot longer, but I was like, okay, I don't really mind it. I like that you can just randomly be attacked by pirates.
It's not happened to me yet.
Oh, it's happened to me a few times. Like, they'll scan you and you can try and land on a planet or something to get away. But if they find you, it brings you out of like pulse and everything. And then you'll see them warping in and you just get an LE dogfight, and it's so good. But at the same time, very basic. It's just like wee basic things, but all together are amazing. I mean, I'm trying to think what else. Like, you just need you kind of need to find a purpose.
Yeah,
I think
it's one of those games where you can't really watch someone else play it.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna get their own story, their own ideas. Of like, I'm looking for something, but you're not. So
yeah, I think it would be quite boring. To watch someone else play it. Not so much at the start, but yeah, definitely as it goes on.
Yeah, the game could be better at explaining what to do or helping you. Like, I can't make a warp drive because I accidentally switched my ship at the start of the game with another random ship,
right?
Which had one, and I'd switched back because I was like, no, I don't want to use ships yet. And then I heard about that glitch where if you claim the pre-order ship because it's got warp drive built in, you don't learn how to build one. that must be what happened to me, because I've learned everything apart from how to actually do it.
Yeah, well, that I don't know if this would definitely work, but if you go back to the system you first started in, it might say, like, it might give you the thing for the warp drive, because that's what I did.
Alright.
I switched to the pre-order ship, which is fucking way better than your starting ship, and has a warp drive. So I got warp cells, and I'll tell you, I had a wee bit of warp in it, so I warped to the next system just to see what it was like. And when I came back, I'd actually read about this glitch. I went back to that system, like the first one, because I wanted to explore all the planets and things like that. And when I came back, the blueprint for a warp drive popped up.
No, really?
So, and I was like, oh, right, okay. And then it started giving me the instructions on how to make warp cells and stuff like that. So, it's one way to do it. It might not work.
There should be an actual objective list instead of just kind of flashing in the bottom and then it's not
because I think you're so busy paying attention to the vastness of space that you're not really paying attention to that.
Yeah. We need to be able to set waypoints as well.
Yes,
I
but
know
a custom waypoint.
Kind of do, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes it fades too quickly.
Yeah,
But,
custom waypoints would definitely be amazing.
Or even highlighting some swinging distance and keeping it there, because sometimes it's really faint. It disappears when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
And you have to look away to make it reappear. I've had that a few times.
And the main galaxy map, a way to find all the systems you've ever been to would be ideal.
Do you think they've not done it though is to stop you going back because they said you just want you to go forward?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at a point, I've googled it to see if there is a way to find out the systems you've been back to, and everyone was saying no, so I'm assuming some of these people will have been to the centre, because I was going to say maybe if you get there it shows you a way back, but yeah, the whole game is very encouraging of get the fuck off this planet, go and do other things. The system I'm in right now, I'm jumping between a planet and a space station because there's like this amazing valuable resource, and I'm like taking loads of it. The venom sacks.
Oh, I'm not came close.
It's a planet and it is full of them. Venom sacks, and it's got emerald. It's like the really expensive mineral. It's got loads of that. So I've just been shipping back and forth. I got the gold trophy for like accruing money.
Oh, what a nice one.
Because I've just been making so much money. I've got a couple of golds now.
I'll need to do that.
Got that. So meeting the aliens, I love that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Especially because
I came across one and he was like, he's staring at my gun like he wants my gun, he demands I give it to him or something like that, and I said no, and he's pure, he respects your authority and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was like, your standards increased. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Like the way it works is, I think there's 4 different races. I could be wrong.
The Gek,
the Gek, the
because of V.
Colleen or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember who they all are. But I started with the Gek.
Same.
Yeah, you did as well. And what happens is you meet these aliens. If you go and speak to them, they've usually got some kind of task that they want to do, or it's like a weird greeting or something, and they'll speak to you and it'll come up in their language and you can't understand, and it just gives you a list of options, and you're like, and you don't know whether you'll offend them, like based on what they've done. You know, it tells you what they've done when they approach you. You can kind of guess what you'd need to do, but a lot of the time you're like, shit, I don't know what to do. But there's these stones throughout the planets called knowledge stones, and they will give you one word from the language.
And it seems that some of these languages have hundreds of words.
Oh yeah, I think it is like full languages. There must be like hundreds, if not thousands, of words. But it's so cool because the more you collect, because they're all over the place, the more you collect these, and then you find monoliths and different things that give you more words. When you speak to these aliens, like you begin to start seeing words, and you can guess like.
It reminded me of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, kind of.
Start learning words and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the Albed, that's right. And when they'll be talking about something, and they'll mention like need and oxides, and then there'll be 3 options, and it's like give silicates, give oxides, or give something else, and you're like, oh well, they've mentioned oxides. So you click that and they're like delighted, and you're like, oh amazing, got it right. Do you know what I mean? And then they'll give you respect for that race, and they're more likely to help you. And whenever you've done that wee challenge, you can then speak to them again. Yeah, I think it costs 20 carbon or something, which is dead easy to find. And you can request something like healing credits, or to them teach you a new word.
As your standing increases with them,
Yeah,
so that
that different options kind of appear. I always ask them to teach me a new word because I'm like, the more I can learn of a language, the better. But I really, really like that actually.
Yeah, same.
That's really good.
My only theory is, well, the game is all about just exploring, going to new planets, discovering things and that. And just saying that, it doesn't sound that interesting to some people, but it is really good.
Yeah.
But I fear that might get boring eventually, or Joe or something. So like, the good if later on they start bringing in specific tasks or challenges, you know, or the ability to build would be really good. Like build a shelter or a settlement. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know if they'll ever, the way it's designed, like the fact it's procedural.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever be able to do that. The one thing I really want them to bring in is like a multiplayer component, be it just a 2-player co-op or 4-player or whatever. I would like there to be ships where like 2 people can sit in it, and you know, if that's the case, and you can both just travel about, rather than you both having to fly and
land
pinpoint landing.
Would be really good as well for exploring planets. A land vehicle.
Yeah, because you're just on foot all the time.
Because the only thing is, like, say there is like, so you land and the point's a bit over here, and you get like 5 minutes to walk. I'll just fly that. Sometimes your ship just goes so fast it will take off and go.
Yeah,
and you try to circle back. It's really awkward.
And other times it's like dead slow. You know, for God's sake. The trekking about planets, it can be quite cumbersome sometimes. I like that some planets have like they're classed as like smouldering, so you go there and it's like there's a heat bar, and it's slowly going down, and you know when that happens, your ship will begin to fry, and like you'll obviously die. And then there's extreme planets where it's the same, but it is going down fast. And then there'll be storms, which also bring on like some kind of temperature gauge as well.
Radiation, toxic, cold, all that is loads.
I really like that because different planets just have different things.
Yeah.
I like that some planets are totally like barren, nothing there.
Yeah, I got to one and just said dead planet. There's literally nothing on it.
Yeah, like there's hardly any like reason to be there. No, nothing you can take like emerald or anything. Then you go to other planets and they're just full of life.
Yeah.
There's creatures running about, you know, hundreds of plants.
A lot of stuff I've found so far has just been rocky. Not really found anything green yet.
I found
the first planet was quite foresty actually.
I found the planet I started on. The best way to describe it is kind of mossy. It was like a mossy, foresty place. Then the planet it's a planet I've been to. I don't think I'm kind of hanging about there anymore. But it was pink. But it was like a lush planet, like oceans and stuff. But it was pink.
Right.
And it was, but it was really, really cool. And I found a couple of planets with oceans, which is I'm like, oh, these are cool, like big massive stretches of sea.
Oh,
it's pretty cool seeing that. There's
I'm going to leave the solar system in just now because that is all rocky planets. So I'm going to go get my resources, charge my water drive, go to the next one then.
But that said, I want to scan all the. When you go into a planet, everything you scan, it'll analyse and add it to a database. Which like people who come to that planet will see it was discovered by you. If they scan that planet, it will say already been discovered by your PSN name and on what date you found it. So the good thing is,
and you can name it whatever you want.
In years, people are going to be coming to your planet and being like, oh, someone's already been here, like I wonder what's here, and kind of encourage you to message people like, I just went to that solar system, we found that so cool, you know.
Can you imagine getting that message?
Yeah, or like, oh,
do you think it'll ever tell you if somebody goes to your planet?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Like such scanned a planet that you claimed or something?
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, because I like that you can go into that planet and it'll give you your waypoints, and then it'll have if there is wildlife, it'll have a list. It's all question marks, and there'll be a list of 10 or whatever, and that's all the different species on that planet, and you can go out and scan them and find them all.
You need to upload them, remember?
Yeah, and if you find all the species in a planet, there's a bar, it has a percentage. It's only counting the species you find, and once you find all of them, you can upload that, and it gives you so many credits.
See, when I landed on that dead planet, it said there was 0. I was like, oh, easy credits, but it doesn't give you any credits.
Yeah, well,
Like,
it doesn't give you any credits for that. But even if you upload the planet, like that it exists, and you give it, you don't need to name them.
Do you know what I called it?
What?
Dead planet.
Dead planet. That's thoughtful. There you go. Well, I found a planet and it was mostly just green water with nothing on it, so I called it Verde Nada or something like that. I was feeling, there you go, that's it done. Just so I would know, it's a green planet with nothing on it. So yeah, it's cool that you can just name shit anything, like the star
sign. Rudest one.
Rudest? Oh, I did have one that was really bad, but the game never saved when I turned it off. I'd saved before I'd uploaded the planets. I don't think I've really got a red one that I can remember.
Go and call your Moz Gash.
That's nice. Mine was something, it was like Smell Your Ma or something like that. I think that actually might be one, Smell Your Mother. The one I'm in now, the system's called Benny Harvey R.I.P. Like that Lemmy joke where it tells everyone to go out and write it. I was like, that would be really funny because someone will come across that, and if they watch the Lemmy show, they're like, that's really good. I've got a planet called Harambe the Gorilla and stuff like that. Just quite funny.
Is that a dead planet?
It's actually not. Oh, actually, I don't know. It might be now that I think about it. But no, it's amazing.
Yeah,
really
good.
Yeah, I'm going back on the really good thing. It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the scale of it is just what you can't understand. Like, it is fucking incredible. Like sometimes there's those beams you can scan for like outposts and things like that. I did that and it came up and it was like quite a barren planet. There wasn't much on it, so you find that trading posts and things like that are much further apart because there's no real need for them to be there. And it was like a local colony, and it came up and it was like a week away. And I was like, fuck, and you get in the ship and that cuts it down to like 15 minutes. But you can go up into space and, you know, it shortens the distance. Yeah. I like that. That's quite a cool feature because it's realistic.
That's very true.
Yeah, so there you go. I could go on about this all night.
I kind of want to fly into the sun to see what happens.
That weirdly is something I was like, I wonder if you can do that. And then I got distracted with something else.
Probably can,
I'd imagine you probably can.
You heard those black holes in the game?
Yes, I have.
Not watched the video?
I know where one is.
Alright. You gonna go through it?
Yeah, but it'll take my way to get there because it's about 5 or 6 systems away. Obviously, you've got a waypoint through to the galaxy. Mm-hmm. Then you also come across these people called the Atlas. Well, it's like the Atlas. It's a big red orb. You can then follow. It takes you a separate path to the centre, and it's like, well, this is the way you should go. So the regular path is yellow. The Atlas path is blue. Then I also met an alien. This really cool looking motherfucker on a Death Star looking thing, and spoke to him. He understood my full language, spoke in English and everything, and was like, you know, how can I assist you on your journey? And it was, you can either choose to explore on your own and he'll give you resources to do that, so I'd imagine the warp cells, or he can show you like where the next Atlas place is, like so you can jump a bit quicker. Or he can say, he'll say like, I can cut time off your centre journey to the centre, and it says like, show me where a black hole is. So I was like, fucking too right, I want to know where the black hole is. So I picked that, and then he gave me another set of waypoints that are in purple, that are taking me like, instead of going towards the centre, they're going up, but it's leading me to where the nearest black hole is.
Oh, what?
And I'm like, oh my god, so I've been upgrading my warp drive and stuff like that so that I can get the distance to get there.
Oh, that's amazing, that.
And it says there's no planets, it's a black hole, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't wait to see that. So I'll show you, like, I'll put it on and show you the waypoints. I can't show you, you guys. I'm looking at the light. I just realised I've been talking to that light.
It's because it is all over there.
Oh my god, do you know what I did the other day? You know, little bonus for people. I went to McDonald's with my brother and girlfriend, and went down and I got to the drive-thru bit and it's like, obviously there's a speaker you speak into. I stopped at the sign and I was just waiting for them to speak to me. And then I was like, honestly, a minute or two later, I was like, fuck, that's not the speaker. Oh man, then don't give me a pushing them, so it's pretty funny.
I think you're losing it.
I'm losing it. I was high as a kite when I went, to be fair, but still. So.
Right, cool, so I think that's a good place to end it.
I better wrap it up, yeah.
Rattled on enough. Cool, so if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at Cosy Couch.
That's correct.
And then see if you want to do it on a more personal level. Well, you can follow him.
At Dark Saxon.
And you can follow me at NickSolo89.
Yep.
Trademark pending. If you want to play with us on Xbox, add him.
Dark Saxon.
I'm currently me.
Then
And,
PSN.
Right, what do you think yours is in PSN?
Dark_Saxon.
That's it, yep.
Yep.
Mine is the Give Me for 89.
So.
And is there something else that you're Dark Saxon in?
No, that's it.
No.
Yeah. So they're my two main ones.
Alright, okay.
And Twitter, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, cool. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and stay cozy.
Yep, stay cozy. Oh my god, I am roasting.
I need to urinate.
Cool.